From the MVG Production Studios, this is Video Game Jeopardy! Now introducing today's contestants. First, a video game player from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Brodie Young. A security guard from San Francisco, California, Will Medina. And our returning champion, YouTuber and musician from New Bedford, Massachusetts, Eric Lima, whose two-day cash winnings total $20,400. And now, here's your host, the star of Video Game Jeopardy, Andrew St. Clair.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Video Game Jeopardy. Our defending champion, Mr. Eric Lima, has two wins and $20,400. Eric, welcome to the show.
There, Andrew.
Yeah. Now, if you win this game, you automatically advance to the Tournament of Champions. How are you feeling about it?
I'm pretty good. Hopefully, I can win this game and do exactly that. But I'm sure I have two good players. Hopefully, it'll be a good game.
Indeed, you do, and good luck to you. And you do have two great challengers. Our first challenger is Mr. William Medina. Good evening, Will.
Where to drink at? Nah, just kidding. What's going on here, Drew?
Very funny, very funny. You looking forward to this game?
My debut here. I played a lot of video games in my lifetime, so let's see what this board has.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Our challenger is Mr. Brodie Young. Brodie, welcome to the show. All right. And before we begin, I want to give a shout out to someone here at MVG, Mr. Kevin Henry, of course, who hosts Super Millionaire. He's getting married tomorrow, and yesterday his last show, Super Millionaire, where I won $1 million, and it was a great show. So if you haven't checked it out, folks, check it out. Check it out on YouTube, Super Millionaire. And same thing for our show. All right, contestants. Now, the rules of the game are simple, just like Jeopardy. I'm going to give the answers. You provide the questions. Remember, all questions must be in the form of a question, or you'll be deducting money. We will keep playing until we run out, and then we'll do a double Jeopardy. All right, let's set the board for round one. Your buzzer, you're gonna press enter the word buzz in the Studio One game chat. All right.
All right.
With answers between $200 and $1,000. Here are the categories: video game movies, Star Wars video games, the 25 best superhero games of all time, video game system failures, the golden age of arcade games, and finally, Sonic the Hedgehog. Eric, as defending champion, you get to choose first. So choose a category and an amount.
I will choose the golden age of arcade games for $200, please.
All right. Produced by two companies in '78, this game revolutionized the video game industry, the first blockbuster video game. It had helped create and influence the shooter genre. Eric?
Galaga?
Wrong. William or Brodie? Correct response. What is Space Invaders?
You can guess if I haven't gotten it wrong.
All right.
Son of a biscuit.
Let me quickly mark this here. Eric, go ahead.
I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things here. Golden Age of Arcade Games for $400, please.
All right. 1980 by Atari. This was one of the first to use a trackball control with the theme of the game that was influenced by the Cold War of the era. Eric?
The Centipede?
Wrong.
I am not doing very well. This is
William or Brodie? I guess. Correct response. What is Missile Command?
Man, I didn't know that. All right, let's try.
Go ahead, Eric.
Let's try Golden Age of Arcade Games for $6.
Okay. This game's objective was to fence off a supermajority of the play area. Unique gameplay that didn't have shooting, racing, or mazes. Great response. What is kicks? Q-U-I-X. Kicks. Well, we're having fun so far, aren't we? Eric, go ahead.
Okay, I'm not doing well, but I'm still gonna not give up. So, Golden Age of Arcade Games for $800, please.
Okay. May 2, this game was a surprise hit where you had to build burgers across multi-levels while being pursued. The title was changed when brought to the U.S. from Japan. You got buzzing up. Will.
What is Burger Time?
Correct.
Ah,
Eric, you're at the plus side with 800. Go ahead.
All right, let's move
that one.
on to video game movies for 200.
All right. Video game moves at 200. The answer is in Shadaloo City, civil war has erupted between the forces of drug lord turned General M. Bison and the Allied nations led by Colonel William F. Guile in this movie from 1994. Will.
What is Street Fighter?
Correct.
All right. Let's continue on. 400 in video game movies.
Remember, guys, please wait till after I pronounce it before it buzz in. If you do before, it will not count. All right, for 400, the answer is the video game movie. A tournament between the realms of Earth and Outworld commenced by the Elder Gods amid looming invasion of the Earth by Outworld in this 1995 movie. Eric?
What is Mortal Kombat?
Correct.
I will go back to Golden Age of Arcade Games for $1,000, please.
$1,000. Ep3 was the first to use stereo sound. It was also the first to use the 49-way custom-designed optional joystick that Williams had made just for this game.
No.
Correct response. What is Sinistar?
Ah, Sinistar. Okay.
All right, so that concludes the golden age of arcade games, and trust me, there are a lot of them, but I choose these 5. There might be more, folks, keep that in mind. Okay, Eric, you still have your last. You were at that last response. Go ahead.
Video game movies for $600, please.
All right. In 2026, a portal to an ancient city on Mars is discovered. 20 years later, the Union Aerospace Corporation research facility on Mars is attacked in this 2005 flick.
Hmm.
Correct response. What is Doom? I personally have never seen that movie because I think it features The Rock, if I remember right. All right, Eric, you go
Okay,
ahead.
let's try video game movies again for $800, please.
Okay. 5454. An interstellar war is raging between the Terran Confederation and the Kalahari Empire, whose people, the cat-like Kalahari, seek the end of the human race in this 1999 film.
Dude, I don't know that one.
Anyone? Great response. What is Wing Commander?
Let's finish off video game movies for 1,000.
All right. The answer is underneath Raccoon City exists a genetic facility. So, try again. Underneath Raccoon City exists a generic research facility owned by the Umbrella Corporation. A thief steals the genetically engineered T virus and contaminates it in this 2002 action horror film. Will.
What is Resident Evil?
Correct. All right, William, you're at 2,000, and that concludes the video game movies category. Choose a new category.
Let's go to Sonic the Hedgehog for 200.
All right. 200? Okay.
200.
If Sonic collects any of these, he will not lose a life if he is touched by an enemy. Eric?
Things.
Correct.
So let's try Sonic the Hedgehog again for $400, please.
All right, 400. Sonic needs to collect these items. Brodie?
What are Chaos Emeralds?
Correct. All right, Brodie, you're at 400. You go ahead.
Sonic the Hedgehog for 600.
All right, for 600. Together in this Sonic class. Eric?
What is Sonic Heroes?
Correct. You're in the plus. You're plus a welcome. All right. Go ahead, Eric.
Let's try Sonic the Hedgehog for $800, please.
All right. Comes a pinball in this game. Will.
What is Sonic Spinball?
Correct. I love that game personally. All right, guys. All right, Will.
Let's end it. $1,000. Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right, this was a bit tricky, but keep in mind. Is the only 3-stage zone in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Will.
What is Metropolis Zone?
Correct. That concludes the little hedgehogs. So, Will, you have 3,800. Choose another category.
I will go 25 best superhero games for 200.
All right. At number 21, the hero was an artist trapped in his own comic, able to leap from panel to panel, rip up the pages to find secrets, and even tear paper off to make deadly paper airplanes in this 1995 game. Will.
What is Comic Zone?
Correct.
I know that one.
Go ahead.
Let's do 425 best superhero games.
Okay. 13. What's better than one version of a superhero? How about 4 versions of this superhero in 2010's Shattered Dimension? I'm surprised during all this. Who is Spider-Man? Spider-Man! Spider-Man! Yeah. Go ahead, Will.
I was totally thinking about something else in DC. Anyway, 625 best superhero games.
All right. At number 8, if this superhero gets mean, he will cause plenty of destruction like he did in Ultimate Destruction from 2005. Eric.
It was the Incredible Hulk.
Correct. Of course, it's green. You made me, it's green, and you know the rest. Go ahead, Eric.
I would pick 25 best superhero games for $800, please.
All right. You play only as Batman, only on one island, and only for one night. In this video game from 2009. Eric.
And Arkham Asylum.
Correct.
Alrighty then, let's finish off that superhero category for $1,000.
All right. And this character's pitch for the most awesome game ever, starring himself, is rejected. The game script is delivered to him, which he decides to draw all over it with a crayon. Brodie.
Who is Deadpool?
That's correct. And of course, folks, if you know, Deadpool 2 just came out the movie series today. It should be good, but I think he has those screws loose personally. All right, yeah. Brodie, you had the last word response. We have 2 categories left. What you would choose?
Video game system failures for 200, please.
Okay.
Yep.
This video game system was the successor to the Wii, was to provide a more challenging experience as well as to draw back core gamers that had dismissed the console. Eric.
Wii U.
Yeah, that's right. It is the Wii U. I really don't know why, which, but we can talk about it another time. Eric, go ahead.
Let's try video game system failures once again for $400, please.
Okay. This red monochromatic 3D virtual reality system failed due to health issues related to players trying to play it, along with the console's price and unportability. Eric.
Is the Virtual Boy.
Correct. Go ahead.
Let's try video game system failures for $600, please.
Okay. This handheld console by Sega was released only in North America in October 1995. It was to succeed the Game Gear and would be the last handheld console released by Sega. It was discontinued in 1999. Eric.
What is the Sega Nomad?
That's correct. I personally have one of those games, one of those systems, and it went dead after one thing.
Still have
It was a bad investment. Eric, go ahead.
let's try video game system failures for $800, please.
Answer double. All right, Eric, you have 3,200. You're trailing with but Will by 800. How much you want to risk?
$1,000.
How much? 1,000? You said.
1,000. Yes, let's try 1,000.
Okay, 1,000 in video game system failures. Here's your daily double. This electronics company entered the console business by creating the CDI, intended to be an add-on for the SNES. At a launch price of $700, not many people would get this system.
Phillips.
Louis Phillips is correct. Well done. Well done. All right, Eric, go ahead.
Let's try video game system failures for $1,000, please.
All right. Released by Atari in 1993, this 64-bit system was more powerful than its contemporaries, the Genesis and the Super NES. Hence, its "Do the Math" slogan. Eric.
Jaguar.
Yep. And you know the interviewing nerd did something about it here, and this one I was talk about 100 about it. All right, we're done with that. We're done with that. We got one category left. Where you want to start, Eric?
We'll start with Star Wars video games for $200, please.
All right. Skywalker flying a vehicle in this video game. Eric.
Star Wars Star Racers.
Wrong. Brodie.
What is Star Wars Super Bondi Racing?
Wrong. Will? Great response. What is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer?
Oh, okay.
I was right here. If you see one of the things is wrong, we'll talk about it afterwards, not during the game. I should have mentioned that before. Okay, go ahead, Eric.
Let's try Star Wars video games for $400, please.
All right. This is a character in charge of the game as well as the banker. Brodie.
Who is Darth Vader?
No. Eric.
Who is Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No. Will.
I don't know.
Correct response. Who is C-3PO?
Oh.
Human cyborg relations. You know the rest. Go ahead, Eric.
All right, Star Wars video games for $600, please.
Two of the three places you can go to in the beginning of Star Wars, the arcade game. Anyone? I'm not surprised you didn't know this one. Red responses, what are Yavin 4, Hoth, and Endor?
Okay.
Of course, from the original movie. Original first movies. Go ahead, Eric.
Star Wars video games for $800, please.
Original version of Star Wars, you're this ship trying to destroy the Death Star. Eric.
Falcon.
Wrong. Brodie.
What is the Millennium Falcon?
No.
Brodie.
Well.
Don't no answer.
All right. It was not Millennium Falcon. What did Luke Skywalker? What was Luke Skywalker in? An X-wing. Correct response. What is an X-wing?
Oh, of course.
All right, and the final answer for $1,000 in Star Wars video games. This PlayStation 2 game is The Hunt Dark Jedi Komari Bosa.
Shoot.
Correct response. What is Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Bounty Hunter.
All right, that concludes the Jeopardy round. We have Will with $4,000, Eric with $3,800, and Brodie with nothing. Brodie will start here in the double Jeopardy round. But before we continue here, I'm gonna do a little bit of interview with our contestants here. We'll start first with Mr. Brodie Young. How you doing, Brodie?
Not so well so far.
I know. You're on fire. Tell me, what's your favorite video game?
Well, my favorite video game would have to be Call of Duty World War II.
All right, and why is that your favorite?
Well, it pretty much it brings back a lot of memories back in when everybody was studying World War II and history in class. It pretty much brings back a lot of memories. How the Allies defeated against the Axis, all that kind of stuff.
All right. Well, that's good, and good luck to you in the double Jeopardy round. Hopefully you'll gain some money here.
I hope so too.
Well, same question. What is your favorite video game?
He muted himself.
Well,
dang it. Sorry about that. I was having a little bit of issue.
no. What is your favorite video game?
Mine has always been the Sonic games, but I like Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania. It's not the one available right now, I believe, for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
I personally have not played that series, but I understand why you like that by Sonic Mania. Why is it your favorite?
Only because the graphics are a little different, and for those who don't know Sega that well, that's why they implemented stages from the past, new stages, new everything, music, tributes to every Sega game in the past. So I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia in the new stages. So I like how Sega went on ahead and went that route.
All right, that's good. When I think of that, I think of the Sonic Generations. Actually, it was another popular game. We're talking about that series, so I understand it. But thanks for coming, Will, and good luck to you in the second round.
All right.
And finally, Eric, this is your last time this is your last time here on this show, provided that you win here. Is there anything you'd like to say?
This has been a good game so far. I mean, I came off to a rough start, but I came pretty good until the end there, even though I'm a little bit behind. But I'm enjoying my time here, and it's wonderful to be here.
All right. Well, contestants, we appreciate you all coming here. We're gonna start Double Jeopardy here right now. Where usually we would take a commercial break right now, but my version here there's no break. We go straight into the next round. So Double Jeopardy. And here are the categories for Double Jeopardy. Categories are game show video games, video game characters, super video games. I'll explain that one a little bit. Sega Forever classics. The Sega Forever games, I should say. Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons. And finally, some of my favorites in a category called Andrew's Favorite Games. Now, quick explanation about super video games. Each of your responses will start with that letter. For example, so the first one is going to start with the letter S. From A on start with U, and so on. All right, Brodie, you're in last place right now with nothing. You have control, so go ahead.
Game show video games for 400, please.
All right. Take the physical challenge and run through the obstacle course in this Nintendo game that was made by Game Tech. And that is Eric.
What is Double Dare?
Correct. And go ahead. Go ahead.
Show video games again for $800, please.
All right. Return or going bankrupt in this video game. And it's Brodie.
What is Wheel of Fortune?
Correct. Correct. There are a couple versions of that game here on MBG. They're really cool. I love them all. All right, Brodie, you have last control. Go ahead.
Same category for 1,200.
Okay. Cases. One of them having a lot of money. There is only one question in this video game. Eric?
What is Deal or No Deal?
Correct.
Game show video games is for $1,600, please.
Okay. To get more money possibly banked by you or your other contestants without becoming this game show name. Will.
What is the weakest link?
Goodbye. That's right. That's right. Of course, hosted by Ann Robinson and the daytime version by someone else. Can't recall.
Great.
Thank you, George Gray. Eric, you're ahead by Will. Will, you're ahead by over 200. Go ahead.
Let's finish off the category for 2,000.
All right. Try to get as much money as you can, or bluff your contestants to eliminate them, avoiding the killer balls in this video game. Correct response. What is Golden Balls? Of course, it's a UK show, but it is a video game. All right, that concludes our game show video games. Of course, there are others, but those are the ones I chose for this. But who has last control? It's Will. You're ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let's go to Super Video Games for 400.
Okay. For 400. After this series switched from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, Simon Belmont had a better win in all directions. He'll need it in this 11-stage game. Eric,
It's Super Castlevania
more specific.
4.
Correct.
What is Super Castlevania 4?
That's right.
4. Okay, I got
Yes,
it.
go ahead, Eric.
Hey, let's try Super Video Games again for $800, please.
All right. From an awesome series, you can play as one of the main characters, including Jade, Katana, Reptile, Aramac, and Melina. Will,
What is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3?
correct. Go ahead, Will.
Just to note, Aramac was one of the cheapest characters in the game, Andrew. I'll tell you later. 1,200 in Super Video Games.
Very interesting. I did not know about that.
Mhm.
You can play one of 4 tracks, whether it be Fuji, Seaside, Suzuka, or the test track. What was that?
My head.
Correct response. What is pole position 2?
Oh, pole position.
Ah,
Go ahead, Will.
I should have known that one. 1,600 in Super Video Games.
All right. Shooter game from 1981 was similar to Star Castle. It is notable for allowing cooperative as well as competitive multiplayer gameplay. It is the only 4-player vector game ever made.
Just want to make sure you have the same time as me. I don't know. I feel like some of the.
I was only 4 years old when that game came out.
Correct response. What is Eliminator?
Okay.
Go ahead, Will.
All right, end it. 2,000 Super Video Games.
Answer. Of the 2 daily doubles in this round, Will, you're leading Eric by $600. How much you want to wager?
I'll take 1,000 on this one.
Okay, for $1,000 in the category Super Video Games, here is your daily double. This video game from 1979 is unique because approximately 2,000 or 3,000 units were converted to Donkey Kong.
Damn.
No answer?
I don't know, Andrew. Sorry.
No problem. Correct response. What is radar scope?
I have that game.
I personally, it was bad. From what I understand. That concludes our Super Video Games category. You understand why they SUPER? Will, you're still in control. Go ahead.
I love that category. Keep that for future games. Let's go to. Why not? Let's go to your favorite video games, Andrew, for 400. Let's take a test.
All right. Well, how about this one? Let's have some fun. Power joins the character who goes really fast in this sequel for the Sega Genesis. Eric.
What is Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yeah. that one was easy.
That was a layup.
Go
That
ahead,
was a
Eric.
layup. Let's try Andrew's favorite games for $800, please.
All right. You are Larry Boy Curly in this classic NES video game. Will.
What is the Three Stooges?
Yep. See that? You
I,
idiot? Sorry. Well, how about that? You were in the tie, Will, but still your controller, Will. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. I did not know Nintendo made a game like that. Anyway, 1200 in your grab
PlayStation
bag.
made a
Your
game.
favorite game.
They did. That's why that's one of my favorites for 1200. My favorite games. The answer is this game is to beat the Pukas, the Frygars by either blowing them up till they pop, or use a jackhammer to knock parts of the island off, hopefully causing the enemies to sink.
Try it again. Okay.
Eric,
What is Dig Dug?
more specific.
What is Dig Dug? Dig Dug. Oh, Dig Dug 2. What is Dig Dug
Yes.
2?
Yes, you got
Dig
Dig Dug 2. Parts of the enemy to sink. That's it.
Okay.
Wait till we're all here. Are you still here? Yeah, okay. Eric, go ahead.
Let's try your favorite games at $1,600, please.
All right. You probably should know. Game is a favorite of mine because you can control Mario through various levels created by people all over the world. Brodie?
What is Super Mario Odyssey?
No!
Ah.
Eric?
What is Super Mario Maker?
Yes.
Brodie, you're off by one word.
Oh,
Brodie, I thought you had that one too.
Yeah. Go ahead, Eric.
Let's finish off your favorite games for $2,000, please.
All right. I scored around 150,000 points on this game, where you destroy squads of ships, asteroids, and laser beam generators, or avoid them altogether. Trying to get to Earth is the goal in this game. Great response. What is Gyrus?
Iris. Oh.
Even though there was another version called Venus, but Gyrus, but it also came out for the Nintendo. That concludes my favorite games. There are others, trust me, but these are the five I can figure out. Eric, you have the last correct response. Go ahead.
Characters for $400, please.
Okay. This character was second banana to his brother, but he did fine with his own game where he was in a mansion.
I'm gonna hang up.
Well,
What is Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah. Take it. We'll take it. Who is Luigi specifically? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who is Luigi? I was looking for the character, not the name of the game, but that's okay. Go ahead, Will.
You're tickling me. Let's go $800 in video game character.
Okay. Donkey Kong Country helped Donkey Kong help get all his bananas for DK's Banana Horde. He would get help from Dixie Kong in Donkey Kong Country 2. Brodie?
Who is Funky Kong?
No. Eric?
Who is Diddy Kong?
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
Characters once again for $1,200, please.
All right. I can do the impersonation for 1,200. In all the Mortal Kombat games, this character was on the lookout for the same person who would say, "Come here!" He even had his own anthology game. Brodie?
Who is Scorpion?
No! Will.
Yes, you did. Why don't you?
Who is Sub-Zero?
Yes. Yes. No. This person was on the lookout for the same person who say, "Come here, Scorpion." Somebody was always looking out on the lookout
Brodie.
for Scorpion. So that's why that's why you were wrong. But that's why that was wrong, there, Brodie. But that's okay. Will, go ahead.
Let's go 1,600 VG characters.
Second of the daily doubles. Who got last right? Will? All right.
Yes.
Will got it right.
Thank you. Will, you're at 7,800. You trail Eric by 2,000. How much you want to wager?
I'll
Think careful.
wager. Right. Like you guys are all looking at me like I'm gonna kill you with a hot dog. I'll wager 2,000.
The hot dog.
All right. For a tie in the category of video game characters, here is your daily double. While this character has only appeared in 2 games, he's famous for rescuing Daphne in Dragon's Lair. Will?
I want to say. I'll say. Sorry, Andrew. I don't know this one.
Ooh, I'm sorry about it. Correct response. Who is Dirk the Daring?
Never played the game. Never played the game.
You lost 2,000 there, Will. You're still at 5,800. Go ahead.
2,000 VG characters.
All right. Ginger hair, thick red glasses, a tiny goatee, and a PhD in theoretical physics. He was never your average gun-toting FPS hero. But after only 2 Half-Life games, he became a gaming icon. Brodie.
Who is Gordon Freeman?
Correct. All right, that concludes the billion characters. You're minus 800. You still have a chance there, Brodie. But right on time here. But still you good chance.
Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons for 400, please.
All right. This character plays Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. For the game, you want to try to be as good as him. Brodie.
Who is Daffy Duck?
You're despicable. That's correct. Go ahead.
Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons for 800.
All right. Second here. In this game, based on a 1955 short of the same name, the player controls Bugs Bunny as he fights Looney Tunes villains in order to confront the main villain of the story, animator Daffy Duck.
That's it.
First spot was Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. Go ahead, Brodie.
Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons for 1,200, please.
All right. Want to be like MJ? Yeah, this sports video game features a wide range of characters from the world of Looney Tunes. Brodie.
What is Space Jam?
Yeah. Well, Brodie, look at that. You're in the plot. You're on the roll with 800. Go ahead.
Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons for 1,600, please.
All right. Game. The player makes a team of several iconic characters, including Buster and Bugs Bunny, no relation, Lucky Duck, Captain J, Pig, and others in 5 various sports games. Great response. What is Tiny Toons Acme All-Stars?
Ah.
Go ahead.
Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons for 2000.
All right. 3, 5, 4, 4. I smell Buster Bunny and Pluggy Duck trying to get to my castle in the classic telling of this game where Jack goes high up to get a heart.
Not that long.
Excuse me.
Dinner come.
I'm surprised that I got this. B545. Who's Jack trying to be? The Giant. So Buster Bunny. Correct response. What is Buster and the Beanstalk?
Oh, I was gonna guess something like that, but
All right, we're down to one category left, and it's Sega Forever Games. Where do you want to start there, Brodie?
Sega Forever Games 400, please.
I command you to rise from your grave and rescue my daughter in this video game where you can transform into various animals with 3 orbs. Will?
What is Altered Beast?
Correct.
All right. 800. Say.
All right. From 1993 is a side-scrolling platform game that is unique because it is the only video game from this character who has to go to let's try this again. This video game from 93 is a side-scrolling platform game. It's unique because it is the only video game from this character who has to go too fast that was originally played on the Sega CD. Brodie.
Who is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Judge? Correct response was Sonic CD, but accepted. Go ahead, Brodie.
Sonic Forever Games for 1200, please.
This game, which features an anthropomorphic, that's right again. You fool! This game features an anthropomorphic cartoon star who uses his hands and stretchable arms to both move and combat enemies. He's trying to get back to his father in this game. Excuse me. Great response. What is Rice Star? Rice Star. Okay. Go ahead, Brodie.
Same category, 1600, please.
The first game in this series is a side-scrolling arcade beat-em-up game released in 1989 when you will control one of 3 heroes, a dwarf, a barbarian, or an Amazon. Will.
What is Golden Axe?
Correct. And our last clue for $2,000 is Sega Forever Games.
Take it.
In this series of video games, you assume the role of one of 4 drivers, trying to get passengers from their starting point to their destination as fast as you can, making money along the way. I should have also said trying to avoid people. And on vehicles, the correct response is, what is Crazy Taxi?
Ah.
And I have to say, folks, all those games, Save for Our Games, you look it up. All these are available on on the portal. You just look up SegaForever.com and you can find it. Well, this goes the Double Jeopardy round. Eric is not a runaway this time, but you have 9,800. Will has 7,800, and Brodie has 1,600. Gentlemen, now time for Final Jeopardy. Here is the Final Jeopardy category for tonight. Video Arcade Classics. Gentlemen, PM me your wagers for this category now. All right, we are back. And it's now time for Final Jeopardy. This one is a doozy. This one's gonna be a good one, folks. And this one's gonna be a tricky one as well. I tell you this much. When I look this one up, it's gonna be a bit challenging. But we'll see if anyone gets it right. The category is Video Arcade Classics. Gentlemen, in a moment, I am gonna give you the Final Jeopardy answer. You will then have 30 seconds to PM me your response. Make sure it is in a form of a question. All right? Category, Video Arcade Classics. The Final Jeopardy clue is this. One of 2 arcade games that you can play in NAMCO's class of 1981 arcade game. Gentlemen, you have 30 seconds. Good luck. All right. We'll start with Brodie. Brodie, you have $1,600. Your response is, what is pole position 2? I'm sorry, that is incorrect. How much did you wager? 600. You're down to 1,000. All right. We're now going to go to Will, who has 7,800. Your response was Ms. Pac-Man and Galaga. I only asked for one, but you got them both. That is correct. How much did you wager? All of it. You're 15,600. All right, Eric. It's up to you now. You have 9,800. What did you respond? What is Dig Dug? That is wrong. How much did you wager? 1,200. You're down to 8,600. We have a random champion, ladies and gentlemen, with $15,600. It is Will. Congratulations.
Man.
Miss Pac-Man, and I decided not to go there. I don't believe it.
Well.
Just guess.
Well, congratulations. You defeated a great champion here, Mr. Eric Lima. And now you will play in our next game. And folks, that concludes tonight's episode of Video Game Jeopardy. If you liked what you saw, please click on the like button, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of this stuff here on MVD Productions. Until the next time, when more of Video Game Jeopardy happens, this is your host, Andrew St. Clair, saying good night, everyone, and have a good day.